Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host and president of the He-Man Wonder Woman Haters Club, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the last standing Samoan, Nick Udom.
I am Aquaman.
You're close in color and beard.
Shut up.
Hey, take it as a compliment, man. And the Dr. Phil Seitz.
I'm Vulture Man.
So tonight's World Class Bullshitters episode is going to be a little different. We're going to review Wonder Woman. There's no news, there's no debate, there's nothing like that. It's just Wonder Woman. So if you're excited about this film or you're curious about this film, this is the episode for you. Now, before we get into anything, I'd like to give a special shout out and thank you to Kendo Slice, Justin Beck, Murat Yilmaz, and our friend Nick. These are our first group of patrons on Patreon, and I'll be getting in contact with you guys this weekend or early in the week to discuss how I'm going to get you your bonuses and all that kind of stuff. But I just want to tell you guys thank you, especially Kendo Slice. 10 seconds after we launched it, donation to like the highest World Class Bullshitters tier ever. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And because of your contributions to the channel, I was able to go out and film a video this week. So hopefully everyone likes it. Hopefully it gets the kind of attention that me making videos where all I do is bitch about Marvel Comics gets and Star Wars. So thank you, and now let's get on with the show. So the first couple minutes of this episode aren't going to be spoiler-filled. They're just going to be a general summary of the film from what you've seen in trailers, our basic thoughts, a little discussion on Justice League, and that's about it. So, first question for both of you guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this film, Nick?
I mean, I'm gonna give it a 4 just because like it really like lagged out. Like it really took too long to tell the story, and they could have cut at least, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes out of it and told a very concise story.
Phil?
I'll be a little more generous. I'll give it a 6.
That's what I was feeling, too.
I was going to say, not the best film I've ever seen, but not the worst.
Speaking of best, it may be the least offensive of the DCEU films. I'm not saying that's a big compliment.
Yeah, I mean, I was going into it wondering that it's going to be this very preachy, like we're women and we have vaginas and we're better than dicks, but it wasn't, and I was kind of happy about that.
That's why it got the score it got from me. I would have given this a solid 7 if it kept the spirit of the opening of the film. When they showed her as a little girl, I was like, this is all right, a little girl wants to be a warrior, okay. The film didn't consist of man-hating or any kind of political shit. Maybe once or twice did they make a couple jokes like that, but for a movie that's marketed the way it is, I feel like this. The SJW crowd is trying to use this movie to push an agenda, but the movie itself doesn't push the agenda. This is kind of how Ghostbusters should have been last year. If they had to make one with an all-female cast, they should have just treated it seriously instead of a fucking jab at men every 5 minutes. I mean, there was no one got punched in the dick in this movie. No one got stabbed in the dick. They didn't talk about dicks except when she was like, "Oh, are you normal?" Blah blah blah. That's a spoiler. Sorry, we won't go there now. But I gotta give Warner Brothers credit. They kept their noses clean of this political bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, 100%, man. I was very pleased. I mean, the only thing was like, the one scene when they leave, kind of.
Oh yeah.
That was like, on the boat. So like, that was like the one scene I was like, that's a little bit, but not too much. And but other than that, I mean, it was cool. Even the first, like, one of the first things you see her do, and she's really like, like standing up, and she's like, I gotta help everybody. I gotta do this. I gotta, help these people, and you see her, go out there and do her thing, and it was kind of fucking epic, man. I was just like, shit, this is pretty awesome. Like, I was kind of impressed, and I was also very happy about they didn't get very political with it, and it was just I think it's one of the better DC films for sure.
It moved so fast too. Like the opening, 45 minutes already explained her backstory, met Steve Trevor, got him off the island and to England almost within the first 45 minutes. So I was impressed with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like once it reached that point for me, then it started to lag because it's like here's where you are and here's what it looks like, and then it's like getting to where he has to get to, and it's just like you didn't need all of this filler in between. Like, we get what you're doing. Just get from point A to point B and move on.
I was gonna say I agree with Nick on that point. And there were two big things that took me out of the movie, and one of them was the fucking slow-mo shots. Every action sequence, it drove me nuts. It's like, we don't, do it a couple times, but not every fucking time.
Yeah. And it was always the exact same one. It was the bullet one, and with the wrist every fucking time.
Yeah.
And okay, like two times for that is enough. After that, we get the idea.
Right, and then my other big thing was the movie was too long.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about the action scenes. I thought this is the biggest criticism I have of the whole film. The CGI was garbage. Like, it's 2017. Anytime one of the women or the Amazons went to do an action scene, it was a CGI double, and it was really obvious. We're talking like Spider-Man from 2002 was less obvious than this movie. So Wonder Woman's mom's name, Queen Hippolyta, when she went to jump off the horse on the beach in that one part, it goes from real lady to CGI double. And when Wonder Woman was training in the beginning, when she becomes Gal Gadot, that was such a stunt double, and then CGI. Gal Gadot didn't do shit. I feel like she just stood there, made pretty faces, and then any of the cool shit that everyone's going on about, it was CGI or a stunt double.
Yeah, and I mean, don't give her fucking credit for that bullshit. Be like, oh, she did all of her own stunts. Okay. She may have tried. She may have been because with things, with the stars like that, the way it works is that they're allowed to do certain things, and it's only if there's a ton of safety equipment around them, and they can make sure that they're going to be 100% safe. Only then will they allow them to do their own stunts, quote unquote.
Well, this whole movie looked like it was filmed on a blue screen, so I'm surprised they didn't let her do more. Because my biggest complaint about Justice League, even though no one's seen it yet, is from the trailers. It looks very set bound and hokey. And this, whenever, at the end of the movie, this isn't a spoiler, but they're on a military base. That looked so comped in and, composited and shitty. It didn't feel like they were actually at a military Air Force base. It was just I'm standing in front of them on a blue screen.
Well, also, here's another thing I kind of thought of when I watched that the military base scene. I felt like they were blatantly copying Captain America, the first one.
Thank you. Okay, listen up, listeners. This is where the spoilers begin. So, whatever timestamp this is, if you're going to see the movie and you can't handle spoilers and other bullshit like that, thanks for listening. Make sure to check out the Patreon. Help the channel grow. We got a great message we're trying to put out there. Like this video, leave us a comment, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, and worldclassbs@mail.com, thebestmail.com. All right, you've been warned.
Buy a goddamn t-shirt.
Buy a goddamn t-shirt. It's from incarnate-studios.com. Now in 3, 2, 1, spoilers abound. You've been warned. If you bitch,
everybody dies.
Yeah, if you bitch, everybody, including you. You're the first one to go.
You will die. You will die in 3 days, not 7, not 4, 3.
Oh, no, not you. No, the person.
That's my spoiler. Everybody dies in the movie. That's the spoiler.
Okay.
All right, so Nick,
we didn't watch the same movie.
Yeah.
I watched Rings. What the hell do you guys watch?
What was that one from 2 years ago that Guillermo del Toro made? Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
I took a nap during that. That's what I watched tonight. No, but Nick, to jump off of your point about Captain America, that's all I could think about during the last hour of that movie.
Well, yeah, and then even her the shield stuff she did, I was like, this is oddly fucking familiar. This is really goddamn familiar. I was like, I know what this is for, and I knew where they did it way better. Oh yeah, Marvel.
Well, I know there's only so much you can do that's different with a world war, but the color grading felt like Captain America. That scene where she was in the town and fighting, like you said, with the shield, Captain America.
Yeah.
The way Steve Trevor dies in the plane, all I could think about is Peggy Carter and Captain America.
And his name is Steve. Yeah.
I do have to say this, though. Both films had a very attractive woman on the ground or at a base when the airplane blew up or crashed. So that was a good similarity. I think That's the biggest positive I can give. I don't care if it sounds shallow or sexist.
Well,
fuck off.
well, and also is the SJWs can't say shit because she needed a man to, I guess, show her what love is, so she could be a god. So a man did it for her. Therefore, the guys win. Sorry.
Well, it was just nice. I mean, I'm not like some insecure dude, and I agree with your point. But I was hesitant to go to this movie because I was like, I really don't want to sit and be lambasted for 2 hours by Wonder Woman, a fictional fucking character, about microaggressions and all this other bullshit that we see in everyday, YouTube and Facebook posts and shit. And this movie didn't. I think it took the high road in every regard except the, you're used for procreation, not pleasure joke.
Yeah. I was just like, all right, whatever, fuck you.
No one really... Okay, here's a question I want to ask both you guys. Sorry, it's a little disjointed. Was your screening full?
Oh, yeah.
Phil?
I'd say 75%.
Phil, you and I went to the same theater. I was at 30 minutes behind you. Mine wasn't even halfway full.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, I went to Avalon here in Georgia, Avalon 12, and it was fucking packed.
I got there at 7:35. I had a terrible day today, so this movie was like either going to piss me off or make my day better. Thankfully, it just kind of cut the shittiness and then let me, coast into the podcast. So I'm excited to be here. But,
so that's not bad then. That's not bad then.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I know a lot of our listeners are going to be like, I was waiting for you to rip this piece of shit apart. I got more criticisms coming, don't worry. But it wasn't as offensive as Suicide Squad or as stupid as Batman v Superman or as forgettable as Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to be fair above all else. This movie
No. That's all we ever try to do is be fair. We like, and also, we like good stories. It's not like, we only like Marvel because we're Marvel fuckboys. No, we like good stories, and apparently Marvel does it better than DC. So, fuck you guys.
I think that's one of our big things. Is sometimes we have high hopes, and this one we really went in with no expectation. Like we thought it was going to be total shit, and it surprised us a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she wasn't as wooden as she was in Batman v Superman, but she wasn't amazing either. Like, she's cast for her beauty, not her acting skills.
No, I totally agree. Chris Pine is a way better actor, and she was kind of shit.
The fact that Chris Pine is the best actor in a movie either makes Chris Pine seem like a god or this movie seem like a turd.
Well,
it sucks. It sucks when you take somebody like Chris Pine and you take him out of his element, which was Star Trek. And the whole time I'm just sitting there like, why is Captain Kirk hanging out with Wonder Woman? It's
he time traveled back there. Hello, come on.
But he went against the Prime Directive. He was interfering with history.
Yeah.
Actually, he wasn't. He was making sure his own history was saved because I assume if he didn't get the book, nukes would happen and the world would be burned. So, boom.
Okay.
Explanation.
I like it. I did think of only as Captain Kirk this whole movie, though.
I am going to disagree with you on one thing.
What?
I really enjoyed the last, what was it, 20, 25 minutes in the movie on the military base. I thought that was the best part of the movie. I really enjoyed the fight with Ares. I actually, I can't remember his name, but the guy that played Ares, he's a really good actor.
David Thewlis. Thewlis. That's his last name.
Oh, Old Man McManterbury? Okay, cool. Old Man it is.
I really enjoyed him. I
didn't see the twist coming.
I didn't either.
No, I didn't see it coming either.
When she killed the general, I was like, oh, we're not going to see Ares. Damn.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, Ares doesn't exist, and, she fucked up.
I was kind of hoping that would have been the end of the movie. I would have given this movie another 1.5 points higher if it would have been like,
fuck you guys.
I thought that would have been like the philosophical high road. It's like, oh, she came to man's world, blah, 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 learn these things. There was no God. We were just evil. Like, oh. Kind of like when you go to Wally World at the end of Vacation and it's closed. Like, I feel like it would have been a nice, like, way to top off this movie. It's like, oh, Ares really did die, and you've just, whatever. And she's like, well, I learned love, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm gonna go fight.
Sorry.
Now I'm gonna kill the Germans and mount Crispine.
Sorry, folks. There's no God here.
Sorry, folks. Your God's dead. The moose outside should have told you.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
So, do you guys have a favorite part? Phil, you just said you liked the military base. Nick?
I like the part where she's in the trench and just gets up there and like runs across the no man's land, and just like she's holding the fucking guns back with her shield. The other guys are like, she's doing shit. Let's go fucking help her out, because she was she was like she was just trying to hold everybody back. This way she could the other guys could kill the Germans and get the trench.
Well, I like that they made Wonder Woman not know every goddamn thing. That was the problem with Rey in The Force Awakens. She was a fucking agenda-driven character. She was like an ideological thing. Wonder Woman, be it Zack Snyder or Patty Jenkins, whoever really, had the controlling voice in the still, they had the good sense to make the character a character, have an arc, grow, be somewhat relatable and enjoyable. It's not like, oh, I know this already, shut the fuck up, don't tell me how to do this. It's like, fuck you, Rey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they didn't do that. I mean, if they had done that even once, I'd have been like, no, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, but, I mean, the only part that they tried, and here's the one cool thing they did with Chris Pine, even though he didn't have superpowers, he had the knowledge of man's world, and he was able to, like, hold his own, even though she wasn't, she was physically superior. His intellect helped carry them through a lot of events. And I also like how, like, when he would grab her and do shit, like, they're like, oh, don't go. Like, she wouldn't be like, oh, I'm super powerful, don't touch me type of shit. She kind of, went with it.
Yeah, she wasn't like, I'm a woman, and you can't touch me. Like, no, go fuck yourself.
And speaking of touching, that was my favorite part of the movie, is when they were just dancing in the snow. Like, I just liked that whole scene. And then they banged each other.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that whole scene was very, like, it was almost reminded me of Band of Brothers or something like that. It was very well shot, very well done, and I mean, it really conveyed the whole situation very well. It's like, okay, well, we have a minute to celebrate a victory. Let's fucking do it. Dude singing some old Irish shanties. We're getting some beer. We're dancing in the snow. Let's have a good fucking time.
Shanties. When you say that, I think of Happy Gilmore. Go back to your shanties.
Yeah.
It was just a nice human moment.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, to me, it was the best scene in any of the DCEU movies. It was almost too good for the shit that came before it. Now, don't worry, listeners. There was a lot of other bullshit that brought this movie right back down. But that one moment was like, oh, this is a real, like, moment between these characters, and I like it.
Yeah, it was very believable and, very intimate, and it was, they did good with that whole scene.
So, let's talk about some places where they shit the bed. I thought the whole, like, wraparound story, how it's her reflecting over a fucking picture of them from World War I sent to her by Batman was retarded.
That was like, I mean, I think that's more of a tie-in to the fucking Justice League, but, like, why is that a thing? Why not just start and be like, Wonder Woman story, boom, done? Why do you need some fucking wraparound like a goddamn anthology movie? Like, just start. Just start.
Because they want to keep you, they want to keep people in the thought, oh, wait, Justice League is coming.
I don't think they did a good job with that, because I watched the whole movie and went, how does this tie into Justice League?
They didn't. I'm just, just saying.
Well, I will say this: the trailer that came before the movie for Justice League, I kind of was just like, this looks good, but this is a trailer though, so I've been fooled before.
I didn't get a Justice League trailer.
I did, and I mean, it was like it had been recut, and it was quite good.
We got,
in my opinion, anyways.
We got Spider-Man, the Mummy.
The guy Mummy, yeah.
And we got a 5-minute preview of that new Christopher Nolan film coming out.
Oh, Dunkirk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was a 5-minute edit together of scenes from the movie. It looks really good. I'm going to go see that.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out, too.
Well, since I protested seeing this in IMAX, I got different trailers. I got Justice League, I got Spider-Man, I got a Dunkirk trailer. There was something else for another movie that I went to go get a popcorn, so I missed that trailer, but
Oh, we got the trailer for the Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson movie.
That I want to go
that
fucking
looks
see.
funny.
That I want to go fucking see. That's gonna happen.
Oh, and we got Kingsman too.
Yeah, Kingsman.
I'm gonna see that movie, but I'm already burnt out on the trailer.
Of Kingsman?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I like
That
I said,
was
I
the
liked
first
the
time
first
I
movie.
saw it.
Yeah, I
I've
haven't.
seen it a few
Yeah,
times.
yeah. I've seen it only a handful of times, so I'm still good.
I never like to wish my life away, but I cannot wait till the day I don't have to see another Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. I am so fucking tired of and Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so this is saying a lot from a guy that's got Spider-Man month planned for this channel.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie. Fuck Robert Downey Jr. Fuck Tom Holland. Fuck Sony. Fuck Marvel. Fuck Kevin Feige. Fuck everybody. And you know the part that pisses me off the most is every trailer puts the dumbest scene in it where he goes to open the door. He's like, "That's not a hug." The joke wasn't even funny the first fucking time. I've seen it literally 50 times and I don't like it. It's so dumb. And you know people are going to just crack up in the fucking theater because they're conditioned to laugh when Tony Stark talks.
But don't forget to tune in for Spider-Man month next month on the channel.
Yeah, don't worry. It's not going to be doom and gloom. We're going to talk about the good ones like Spider-Man 2
And some
Spider-Man.
shitty ones.
And Mexican Spider-Man as well.
Oh, we should
Mexican
do
Spider-Man?
we should do Indian Spider-Man. Maybe we'll just review the little video of Mexican Spider-Man and Indian Spider-Man and Indian Superman dancing together.
Oh my god.
You just throw a random movie in there too to surprise people, like Flash Gordon or something.
Flash Gordon.
Dion may get a boner. I don't know if I could sit through that movie again.
only if I have cocaine, I'll sit to that movie. I'm sorry.
Well, we'll give Dustin a call.
Jeez.
So, some of the parts that made me laugh were like Gal Gadot's overly like dramatic jumping scenes. Like at the very end when so listeners, she lives in Paris and she works at, I guess it's the Louvre. So she works in the basement of the Louvre with all these artifacts from Themyscira, and she's a historian, which makes sense because she lived through history. But at the end of the movie, after it comes back to the present, it just shows her like, she's like, "I do it with love because I have to." She puts her Wonder Woman costume on and she like runs and she jumps into the air, and then she's like doing this like weird pose, and she just like zooms into the camera, and it's like the most awkwardly shot thing I've ever seen in a big budget movie.
Yeah, why not just end it? Like have her stand on like have her stand on, you know, in that area with her costume on, and just have the music, you know, the call or whatever, and then just like credits. Why does she have to jump?
Where was she going?
She was going there. If
She
you
was
listen,
going to get Starbucks, all right?
that was,
She needed a double low fat caramel latte. Okay, come on, let's be honest.
You're lying to me. She was going to get a unicorn frappuccino because all women love unicorn frappuccinos and diabetes.
as she was coming out on the roof, I heard police sirens for a second. So
what? She's Batman now?
Yeah, I guess that was what kind of pissed me off. I was like, wait a minute, she fights crime now? That doesn't make any sense.
She's the Batman of Paris? Like, what's going on there?
Paris! That's what I should subtitle this episode. Wonder Woman review. aka Batman of Paris. Let me write that down, because that's actually really fucking good.
No, because I mean, like, that's what it was. Like, I remember hearing that too, and I was like, what is she doing? Apparently she's jumping into, like, the sunset. I was like, what? Lady, what are you doing? You're drunk, and you need to simmer down, right? Simmer the fuck down.
I thought this movie
Wonder Woman of a vulture.
I thought this movie borrowed from Spider-Man too. The very first one was from Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
The wall climbing scene was exactly like that.
Yeah. She just like shoves her hands into the fucking brick and just starts climbing up, and I was like, this is also familiar.
Now, you were talking about that last shot. You know how they could have saved it for me?
How?
Is if she got in the invisible jet and took off, and the 70s theme song started playing. What the fuck?
No. I agree entirely. Oh man.
I'm interested to know
and then Linda Carter came on, and she's like, "Where the fuck is my jet?
Yeah.
I left it right here. Where the fuck is it?"
I'm interested to know where the invisible jet comes from, considering she didn't know what a watch was in the beginning of the movie.
Well, the invisible jet, I think, is a creation for the Super Friends cartoon. which is pretty shitty. So,
and merch. So.
What'd you say? Cut out.
Oh, and also sell merch.
No, yeah, I own 27 of those invisible jet plane toys.
How do you know where they are? How do you know where they are?
I stored them at Phil's house. He'll never find them.
I was what the fuck I keep running into.
He's like these are fucking ghosts, man.
They aren't your copies of episode 7, I'll tell you that. No, but she just was awkward in some of those action scenes, you know? And like the cool shots from the trailer were cool in the film. But there was a part where after Steve died and she like ran and started fighting and it was like a red sky.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this looks weird. First off, I think all of a sudden she had lipstick on. I was like, okay, her lips changed color, I think. And so I was like, maybe that's one of her superpowers. She gets angry, her lips turn red. I don't read Wonder Woman, so how am I supposed to?
But do the other lips turn red too?
Mm-hmm. Frothy white, my friend.
Ugh.
Bloodshed gets her going.
Well, also, okay, another thing that I noticed is that whenever Ares like hit her with the lightning or whatever, like she raised up and did like a Jesus pose and then like killed him.
That pissed me off.
I was like, what are you doing here? What is this right now?
I'll just say I didn't like when he was like wrapping the tank tracks around her and constricting them, and all of a sudden she just busts out of them because Steve died, and I was like, she couldn't do that before. I mean,
it was a moment of rage, Phil. Damn it!
Okay, so what is she, a goddamn Super Saiyan then?
Yeah.
That's my mama.
She's she's a god. Hello.
Yeah, well.
And apparently that was like the best dick she ever had because she got all pissed off about it. So.
I really think Steve should have survived. I think it would have been, it would have been a really nice end to that movie because I know they're trying to mimic the end of Titanic and all this other bullshit.
Oh God!
I'm not trying to be mean, but every movie that's targeted towards a woman is like Titanic in a different package in some way.
There was plenty of room on that door.
Yeah.
Rose that cunt.
It would have been nice though, for real, if like at the end when she goes to touch his picture, his hand reaches out to her and like rips it off, and then like she smiles, and then it goes back to the future, and it's like, oh, because I mean it was so hokey the way he like went out in the plane and shit. I was like, oh god, this is so Captain America. Come on.
You know what would have been the best part of that movie, Jeff?
If he got beamed up.
No, if Doc showed up in the DeLorean. Diana, we gotta go back to.
What is this machine?
Just get in, goddammit.
Like it's like a 4-hour movie of him explaining how time travel works and the intricacies of a fucking internal combustion engine. It's just like, so what happens is the fuel reaches a certain temperature, and once the temperature is reached, there's an explosion, and the explosion moves the car forward, and there's torque and mass and velocity. And she just looks at him like, what? That's the whole movie. I'd be so bored.
Well, also the plane that he was in with the fucking gas, whatever, also looked like the one from. Well, no, did it? No, it didn't.
It wasn't invisible. That was my problem. God damn it! Did you notice that Linda Carter got a special notice in the credits?
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. Credits. Oh, here's what pissed me off. I stayed through the whole fucking credits because I watched that movie going, how does this connect to Justice League?
Yeah, same here. Same here. I was one of those assholes who stayed after, and nothing happened.
I looked it up online before I went, and so I knew there wasn't one, so I didn't stay.
You bastard.
Well, Phil, you need to text me in the future when you do that and be like, hey, there's nothing.
Not bad. I thought you knew, or else you would have texted me and asked me.
Oh, I just sat there and I was like, all right, well, something's going to happen. We're going to see Batman or Superman or The Flash.
Wrong!
Nope, nothing. We got...
you got a whole lot of dick.
Yeah, a whole lot of text. It was sobering. That's all I can say. It was a sobering experience to go to a superhero film and be so cock-teased. You know what, though? This film, out of protest to Guardians of the Galaxy, removed its post-credit sequence because Guardians of the Galaxy had 5, and this one was like, hey, we're going to top you with 0. We're We're going to play the
Between them, we
restraint.
got an average of 2.5.
Yeah. I didn't think this movie was anywhere near as good as Guardians 2, did you?
No, God.
No, because I mean, yeah, Guardians is fucking, light years ahead of this one.
The emotion in Guardians 2 was just so real. This kind of seemed like, oh wait, she got laid one time and now she's... If anything, this movie kind of made her seem weak. Because it's like...
Isn't that how it always happens? You know, you take a girl's virginity and she's in love with you instantly?
I mean...
Sometimes.
I got away with some...
Oh, well, I didn't want to go that far. I want to have your baby. God, get away from me. I hate you.
Well, I got away with some dirty shit after, the girl in college. But, like, I mean, she wasn't telling me she wanted to have kids, but she was, like, willing to buy me shit, so that was cool.
You made her buy you comics, didn't you?
Star Wars figures.
Oh! The other, goddamn it, I knew it.
This one time at Dustin's, we were doing it, and she was, like, really into it, and afterwards, she's like, oh, that was great. I'm like... I think I jokingly said something about getting Star Wars figures, and she bought me a bunch of them at Target. I was like, oh my god. My dick has powers. It manifested me in Obi-Wan Kenobi and multiple stormtroopers.
You almost had a whole clone army.
Well...
Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope.
Thank you! No, I thought they made her look a little weak by the whole dicking, made her fall in love shit, but... Whatever. I've never disliked Wonder Woman, but I've never been a huge fan. She's always just been there. I don't put her on the same level as Princess Leia, but she's always been all right in my book.
Yeah, I mean, my only thing is, the Linda Carter show from, I guess, the 80s, 70s, yeah. Like, that's always been my thing. It's like, oh, okay, she's got the lasso, she's, she looks funny, and whenever she spins around real fast, she changes costume. Like, that's about it.
Now, here's the most difficult question I'm going to ask you on any episode of World Class Bullshitters. Linda Carter in her prime or Gal Gadot now? Who would you rather bang?
Ooh, I gotta look it up, man. I gotta look it up. Give me...
Who did you say, Phil?
Now.
Oh, Gal Gadot?
Yeah.
That's a tough call. Linda Carter...
I thought it was Gail Gadot.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, look up, like, Battle of the Network Stars Linda Carter, and then you're going to understand why I pick Linda Carter. Listeners, I wasn't even alive for that show, because, it took place in the set. Brian Lape knows what it is. Brian Lape, I need your fucking help right now. You're my only hope. Explain to people in the comments section that Linda Carter was, like, one of the hottest things in the 70s.
If only Joel were here.
Nah, it's okay. I don't need Joel to cry about how much he loved the George Perez Wonder Woman run.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just fucking with you, Joel.
Yeah, okay. I see it, man. I see it.
Yeah, I'll go Linda Carter all day.
Yeah, I mean, she does have an ass and a nice pair of tits. So Gal Gadot's a little skinny. So.
And Linda Carter has aged incredibly well. So knowing what I know now, I'm gonna have like 50 years of pretty much the same woman. She's not going to fall apart like the lady from Wayne's World. And I'm not talking about Cassandra.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Linda Carter as well. I'll take some of that.
Like hell, you will.
All right, fine. I'll take the bottom, you take the top, and we'll switch on the weekends.
Okay. I get to talk to her for a while. Maybe she's interesting. Maybe not.
I'll stick with Gail Gadot so I don't have to share her.
Hey, sharing is caring. Fuck you.
You don't know the true power of a friendship until you're balls deep in the same vagina together, making eye contact.
Wow.
It's awkward.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
Fine, Phil. You never know what it's like when you're balls deep. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. That's for Dustin to say on the show. I was going to make an anal rape joke, but no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he knows all about anal rape, so...
Yeah. Forceful and not. So what did you guys think of...
Pitching and...
What'd you say?
Pitching and catching.
Oh. Well, that's the show. Good night. No, what did you think of Wonder Woman and the Howling Commandos, aka the ripoff from Captain America and the Howling Commandos?
I mean, I thought, once again, she wasn't like, yeah, she's more powerful than them, but they all had their thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they all did their part. Yeah, she was kind of like, playing fucking lineman and blocking everything out so they could do their stuff. But, it was fun.
I think I enjoyed them more than the actual Howling Commandos because I liked the characters. The little guy that wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Looked like, Hispanic Robert Downey Jr. I liked him a lot. The Indian guy was cool. I thought it was a little preachy when he's like, "Oh, I lost my land to his people." I'm like, "Oh, seriously? Like, we have to bring up fucking the Trail of Tears in a Wonder Woman film?"
Yeah, but it was only like one line dialogue and then that was it. It was never mentioned again. Like it was just like, all right, here's what happened.
Yeah, I'll give them that. It's like they're like testing the waters. Like, how much can we shit on white people? Not enough. Not that much. Fine, we'll take it back. We'll just mention. Nope, sorry. That's all we say. Like,
but you didn't notice every time that the camera was on the Indian guy, he shed a tear.
Who littered?
Oh shit! I was gonna say that.
Well, Gail Gadot did blow up a church.
Yeah, that's no. She blew up the top of the church and then rose up on it, and everybody cheered for her like Jesus.
What we need to do is when this movie comes out on Blu-ray, we need to torrent it, Nick, and we need to do a supercut. Every time something bad happens, the Indian guy from the old commercial just cries one tear. We made the movie like 7 hours long. Oh my god, her aunt died, and he just turns to the camera. One tear. Shit. The joke will never get old. At the very end of the movie, when Steve Trevor dies, there's no tear. It's just like, oh.
No, what we'll do for this, we'll just do like a hard fade to black, and then it'll just come back.
Yeah.
Everybody will think it's like, oh, the tear's coming. Nope.
Footage not found.
A lot of people died in that movie. That's gonna be a really long fucking movie.
Well, not everyone's death matters. I'm only talking like
you gotta do the tear for everybody's death.
Oh my god, every Amazon.
Oh my god. The beginning will be like an hour and a half long.
Longer.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
Speaking of the Amazon deaths, I really did like that they were able to be shot and stuff. It added some, level of gravity to the opening of the film. I was worried they were going to make these women kind of meant to be an ideal, like they did with Rey in The Force Awakens.
Oh, were they invincible?
Yeah, and all the shit. It's like, nope. That chick got shot in the fucking gut and she died. The aunt got shot and died. People died, and I liked it.
Yeah. I didn't know where they were going to take that either. I was just like, do they all have armor? Are they going to block it? Like, what's the deal here?
Well, I mean, it makes me think that Wonder Woman is not bulletproof, which makes her more relatable and not believable. But it's like, well, she could get killed, so she's got to defend herself.
Well,
Superman could walk into a nuke.
Well, I mean, she's kind of like the Thor of the fucking Justice League.
Whoa, sir. It's Aquaman they're trying to make to be the Thor of the Justice League. I'm calling it right now.
No way. Well, he does have long hair and like to drink, so you might be right.
She's going to be like the Captain America. Remember, Captain America got shot in the Avengers.
My question is, how do you kill Wonder Woman? Because Ares said we're gods. Only a god can kill another god. So
Jesus comes down and spikes her in the fucking chest like the vampire she is.
You fuck her, then you kill yourself, and she dies of depression. Like, you're gonna have to take one for the team, but you get to go out in some, Amazonian cooch.
No snoo.
That's the one thing I was curious about. Like, her mother molded her from clay. I was like, did she mold everything? Like, that would have been a really funny scene if, like, her and Steve went to fuck, and, like, he just looks down, and it's just like a patch, like a Barbie doll. And he's like, oh. So then they kiss, and then they go to the next scene.
Well, that was awkward.
No. He goes to look at the patch, and then the Indian turns and cries one tear. For Steve Trevor got no pussy on this day.
No wonder he was so angry. Jeez.
Yeah, he's like, he was relieved. He's like, I finally came. I can go now. Like, that's Wonder Woman's unannounced superpower. You fuck her, and then you just want to kill yourself. It's like, for 20 minutes, you'll be on top of the world. You'll know the heights of pleasure, and you'll boldly go where no man has gone before. It has a new meaning, actually. But you will die. You will die 20 minutes afterwards. So is it
the 20 minutes of ecstasy and the 20 minutes of just like, fuck this.
I'm kind of greedy, so I'd rather just fuck the secretary and not die afterwards.
Oh god, the secretary.
I'm just saying, there are only 2 women.
Fuck the fat redhead.
Because I don't die 20 minutes later. I'll have 20 minutes.
The funny
of shame
thing is,
and regret.
okay, that secretary is from Shaun of the Dead. She was a girlfriend in Shaun of the Dead.
She's still annoying.
Wait, that was Liz from Shaun? No, that wasn't Liz. That had to be Di, the blonde.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was Di, yeah.
Holy shit, she got big. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, fuck, what happened?
You know what was a missed opportunity? You know the Irishman that was the sniper?
Yeah.
That should have been Simon Pegg.
Oh, dude. Oh my god, you're right. You're fucking right.
Reunite Kirk and Scotty.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's too many Star Trek people. Like they could have made the fucking brown guy, Chinese or whatever, and had John Cho in there. It would have been like a fucking Star Trek reunion.
That would have been really amazing at the end of the movie. Like, she thinks they did this great thing for the war, and then they all look at each other, and then woo, they just get beamed up. And Wonder Woman looks around, and the maid's like, or the secretary's like, I don't know what happened. And then the movie ends.
That'd have been amazing. No, I mean, yeah, Simon Pegg for that part would have been good as well. I mean, I like this guy. He's in a handful of things, but he's solid. I like him a lot.
Oh, I liked him just fine too. I just thought he reminded me so much of Simon Pegg.
True,
It
yeah.
felt weird. I mean, I believed you that was her, but my God, she looks terrible.
Yeah, because like I saw the trailer and I was like, "Fuck, what happened?"
Like,
I hope you're married and pregnant or something. Like I really do.
Well, I'm looking up Shaun of the Dead. The rest of the cast, everyone else looks relatively similar. Not her. I would have never guessed in a million years that was her.
Yeah,
she has the same effect as. Have you ever seen Clue?
Yeah.
You know the hot maid?
Yes.
Not hot anymore.
Ugh.
That's the
No.
lady from Wayne's World. She was Noah Vanderhoff's wife in Wayne's World.
No.
And she still looked good. And now she looks old, man. So old.
She didn't age well.
It's not even a good... That's not even the best way to describe it. It looks like she fell into a volcano. Like,
Oh shit!
but absorbed the lava.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I will send you a photo of her later. Listeners, send links to pictures of this lady in the comments section. That would be pretty funny. She's our own meme.
Oh man.
Middle-aged white lady. So, do you guys have anything else you'd like to say about Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to waste like $20, go ahead and watch the movie. I mean, it's no big deal.
I don't think it was a waste. I don't think it was a waste of money or time. But for the people out there that think that this film is a savior for the DCEU, temper your expectations. I'm not trying to,
calm the fuck down.
Like, this is one thing I've always wanted to say. Not wanted to always, but one thing I always wanted to impart to people. And I'm going to make a video about it soon on the channel. But don't listen to some of these bigger critics out there, because remember, they want to be at the table. So a guy like Chris Stuckman really wants to be a celebrity. So he kind of kisses studios' asses and will kind of toe the company line so he can, get an endorsement in the future or this and that. Same with that Jeremy Jahns guy. These people aren't really, your best guess for this. So this film's sitting at, a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes right now?
Let me see here.
Well, it was of yesterday.
Let's see, Rotten Tomatoes. Looks like 92 as of right now.
Okay, so it's dropping as it should, and I'm not taking a shot.
Okay, it's no, sorry, 93 right now, 93.
We'll put it like this: if you listen to this channel and you have similar taste to us, I can honestly say I can speak for the other guys too. Like, this isn't better than any of the Marvel movies. This isn't better than any of the Nolan Batman movies. This is not the game-changing, genre-defining film that the critics want to tell you it is. It's a good movie. It's enjoyable. I didn't feel like it was overly long. Like, when it got to the end, I was happy it was over because I was tired of being there. But, like, it's enjoyable enough, but it borrows from other things, and it lacks its own identity after a certain point. Like, the shit on Themyscira is great. It's bright. It's colorful. The little girl that played Wonder Woman did a great job. Arguably better than the actual woman that played Wonder Woman. But then it's like just a tonal shift, and it kind of shits the bed early, and it kind of rolls around in that turd. And while you attempt to wash most of the turd off, you still stink a little bit. So if you understand that stupid analogy, what I'm trying to say is the movie is good, but it's not great. So please temper your expectations and don't expect another Spider-Man 2 or it's not Civil War or Winter Soldier or Iron Man. It's not that good.
Not even close.
God, no.
No, they're not even, like, if I'm being completely honest with you, this is like Batman Forever caliber. and I like Batman Forever.
What do you rank it in the DCEU, Jeff?
Of the 4 movies that exist?
Yeah.
Number 1?
Yeah?
That's not saying a lot.
I hate Suicide Squad with a fucking passion. Like, the only way you could ever get me to watch this is if you had a jailbroken Fire Stick Pro, we were in Florida and really drunk. Other than that, I'll never watch that movie again.
I think we know somebody with one of those, but, we're moving on.
Yeah. Batman v Superman was bad. I can't even sit through it anymore. See, the thing is, the drunk commentary broke me.
No, that did, because like we all hit that fucking point at 2:45 where it's like we can't get any drunker and this will not get any better, and like it's just not gonna fucking happen. We have a point of diminishing returns.
And finally, I think maybe Man of Steel's not as bad as I think it is. I have to go back and watch it again, but
I'll say that's the only. That's all. I'd still say Man of Steel is my favorite DC EU movie, followed by Wonder Woman, and then Batman, and then Suicide Squad is garbage.
Yeah, I'm just tired of Superman altogether. I just don't like him because it's like he's the most powerful character, and he's really fucking boring as well. Like I just don't care.
I miss the real Superman, and I don't look up the fictional characters, but I miss the Superman you can kind of look up to, like, oh, he's a strong guy who does always what's right, and that it's interesting to see how somebody that's invincible deals with everyday society. They never make a movie about that. It's the same fucking thing. Come to Earth, I pine over Lois, I fight a villain that's really not that powerful, but somehow gets to my human side. Why can't we just have a Superman movie that's not an origin, where he just literally fights a villain of, like, unimaginable, like Brainiac? That's the next Superman movie they should make, is a Superman versus Brainiac. You find out that he's out in space trying to collect the planets and shit, or the bottled cities, and he comes to Earth to do the same thing, and you see Superman fight, all that shit. That would be cool.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, that's the plot of Injustice.
Oh, it is?
Well, I mean, in the Injustice universe, they went to the dark universe where Superman is not necessarily a good guy, but he's not the villain either. It's hard to explain.
He's kind of just like there.
It's hard to explain without spoiling it, but I don't know if you care if I spoil it or not.
Go ahead.
I personally don't care. I'm not going to ever buy the game.
Okay, I mean, in the first Injustice game, Joker set off a nuke in Metropolis and killed Lois Lane. So Superman killed the Joker, and in turn, he started a regime where he tried to take over the planet. In this one, it picks up right where that left off, where Batman has captured Superman, and now Brainiac is threatening to take over Earth. So Batman lets Superman out of prison to help them, of course, and when it's all said and done, Batman and Superman fight again. And there were 2 alternate endings, and I didn't care for the Batman ending, where Superman goes back to jail, but Batman loses to Superman, and Superman fuses with Brainiac's ship and takes over the planet.
That sounds terrible.
I'm describing it, I'm sure, is not doing it justice, but it was really good.
That sounds elaborate as fuck.
That's the problem. Like, I always complain about the video game designs, like, of the characters. They're overly designed. I think that sounds like an overly convoluted plot. Why can't we just have it be like, hey, Brainiac took over the Earth, Superman and Batman fight Brainiac, and then they fight each other, and then there's only one ending, where Batman sees the good in Superman, and they decide that they're going to rebuild society together, and that's just it. And then the third game...
And then Superman rams Batman in the butthole.
But in this one, it's Superman. Superman doesn't see things the way Batman does. He sees the good in Superman, but Superman has an issue with letting people, evil people survive.
Maybe this could be the turning point.
Is they defeat Brainiac, and then Superman goes to kill him, and then the Justice League splits again. Oh, we shouldn't kill him, and then Wonder Woman's like, oh yeah, fucking kill him, and and that's where they split apart again. Is decide where do you draw the line? I guess.
Well, Brainiac's a machine, mostly, so I'd be like, just fucking end him. He doesn't serve a purpose.
Right, but I guess that was the point of the game. The Justice, throughout the game, you're reuniting the Justice League, and then once you defeat Brainiac, there's the separation again. Flash is on Batman's side, and then Green Lantern's on Superman's side, and then Aquaman only gives a shit about Atlantis, and so on and so forth.
Speaking of Atlantis, when they showed that Justice League trailer with Amber Heard, she looks really hot in that movie.
I haven't seen that one.
I said she got super fucking ripped for the movie.
Well, her tits look phenomenal.
Well, I have to look this shit up now.
She used to be a lesbian. And then
she used to be?
Then Johnny Depp dicked her, and now she's not gay anymore.
Well, apparently Johnny Depp can turn you all kinds of bullshit, so...
Well, and then he dumped her, so, what I need to do is become famous enough to where I can swoop in and, pick up the Johnny Depp crumbs and just plow her better than he could and, be happily married to some rich actress. That's my goal in life.
Well, he is, he's all coked up all the time, so, I think it was just the money that really she loved. I doubt he could get it up ever, so it's whatever.
Well, if you're high on coke, I'm pretty sure isn't it your heart's beating the whole time, so you got,
Well, he's probably on high on a bunch of shit. You ever seen him during interviews? He's always just, very, yeah, man, I did that. That was pretty cool.
I gotta get some fucking cocaine?
I gotta give him credit, though, because I saw an interview, or he was on Inside the Actors Studio, and they brought up A Nightmare on Elm Street, and he gave it, he had a good thing to say about it. Unlike Kevin Bacon's bitch ass, who's like, oh, Friday the 13th, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Johnny Depp's like, hey, Nightmare on Elm Street was a good gig.
Yeah, and be fucking respectful for what, for people giving you a fucking chance. Come on.
Yeah.
The only thing I like about Kevin Bacon is his last name.
And his ugly wife.
Why would I like his ugly wife? God.
I don't know. She's got a...
Have some class, Jeff.
I do have class. World-class bullshit. No, but, I guess this is better than Man of Steel. Maybe. I gotta watch Man of Steel one more time. Maybe watch these back-to-back. I did like the tone, like I said, of the Themyscira shit so much. The only thing I wondered is, why were there so many black Amazons?
To put fucking diversity in the film, because, all them people out there be like, oh, well, there's no black people in this film. It sucks.
And it was World War One as well.
Well, the only thing I'm bringing that up is, hey, Zeus created all these people. Well, all the gods are white. Why would it just all be
No, dude. Zeus is black. Have you seen his dick? Come on.
You're thinking too far into this, Jeff.
God damn it, they should all be white.
You black racist.
Yeah, half of me is so proud right now. So we gave our scores earlier. Phil and I each gave it a 6. Nick gave it a surprisingly low 4 out of 10. So Nick, if that is a 4 out of 10, is Suicide Squad 0?
I mean, if I could go any lower, I would, but I can't. So yeah, it's a 0. I mean, like I give a lot of like this. Giving this a 4 is a fucking compliment because I give Suicide Squad a 0. I give BVS a fucking 0. Man of Steel a fucking 0. So yeah, this is like ranked quite high.
I pray to God there is not an extended cut of this movie.
You know there is. Come the fuck on. There's been an extended cut of Man of Steel, BVS, and Suicide Squad. There's going to be an extended cut of this where it adds another half hour to the fucking movie.
There's an extended cut of Man of Steel? I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did I.
There probably is. There probably is.
It's the version where Zack Snyder's daughter doesn't kill herself.
Oh!
Sorry, that was fucked up.
You know what? I still think that's a conspiracy. I still think that's a conspiracy. I still think that's a conspiracy by DC. DC killed her so that he could quit and they could get fucking Joss Whedon.
Wow,
that's some Marvel level shit right there.
Dark, dude. That's some fucking that's some Hydra shit right there.
Machiavellian in nature.
Well, I mean, think about it. Think about it.
We're gonna be watching Justice League. There's gonna be after the scenes credit. It's just gonna be Superman walks up to Batman and whispers in his ear, "Hail Hydra." And that's the extent. Everybody's like, "We find out it's outside together."
They have to turn and look at the camera though as they say it. Like Batman just stares directly into the camera, and you hear Superman go, "Hail Hydra," and Batman smiles.
That would be too much. I couldn't take that shit if that was real. Like, he's like, nope, I'm done.
Maybe
done.
You shouldn't take it seriously.
Oh, God.
Why so serious?
I gotta say, the more DCEU movies that come out, the more I kind of miss the Chris Nolan Batman universe.
Because it was so much fun.
Well, if you want, we're not gonna.
Fun's not the word to describe it.
Okay, they were good.
There you go. They were good. Even The Dark Knight Rises, which was kind of stupid. Okay, The Dark Knight Rises kind of sucks a lot.
The Dark Knight Rises. Which one was that?
Bane.
Yeah, that one I agree with you is, oh god, like that's my least favorite.
Yeah.
Because I just like that one was boring as shit. It's like, we have to wait for him to get his back together. And like him doing, what fucking workouts and yoga and shit, and then he'll heal up fun. It's like, what the fuck is this? At least have Eye of the Tiger playing while you're doing this, so I get you motivated. Because if you don't, it's just really shitty.
Now, Nick, have you ever heard of a show called My Name Is Earl?
Yeah.
There's an episode where Earl, Jason Lee, and his brother go to Mexico, and they have Eye of the Tiger played by a mariachi band. It would have been really awesome if Eye of the Tiger was chanted by those guys in the jail. Dum, dum, dum,
Eye of the Tiger.
No. I agree, but like it was boring to see him like come back to life, and there's so many months later, and the city's in fucking shambles, and Bane's just taking everything over. It's like, all right, dude, like just fast forward, like quicker than what you're doing. Please.
I mean, I understand that you're at a crossroads where, like, how do you fault the biggest superhero movie of ever at that time, Dark Knight? Well, you don't do it by making Batman go into hiding for 8 years. What you do, for me at least, is you make a movie where Batman is on the run, and he's, like, operating in the shadows even more, and there's a man...
No. Well, I mean, like, my take would be, like, making him really drunk and making him, go out at night. And just him being just a relentless asshole and just keep punching like the wrong people, and just like he comes back and he's still drinking and he's got half his fucking suit on and he's all beaten up and bloody.
So Batman fucks a dude is what you're trying to get at.
So Batman becomes the comedian from Watchmen.
A little bit, yeah. And I mean, I just want him to be like this drunk asshole who just like.
Remember the comedian? Well, I was to say, remember the comedian played his father in Batman v Superman.
That's very true. That's very
Plot
very
twist.
Yeah. Well, no, because like I want to see that part where like there's no more crime and he's kind of reaching to still be Batman, even though like he's kind of eradicated crime after the second movie, and he's just kind of reaching now and he's doing small things and he's just like really fucking bored. He's got all this money and he wants to keep being Batman, but it's like there's not enough crime. So
he's a drunk rich guy, and he's getting...
Yeah, like
the movie opens up with Batman getting a blowjob from a prostitute, and then he sees somebody across the street breaking into a car. He's like, "Hold on, bitch."
Can he stop the crime with his dick out?
He walks across the street with his dick out, beats the shit out of the guy, and then he goes back to getting a blowjob.
Now, if I'm right in the scene, Batman is erect the entire time. Like he is that focused.
He's erect the whole time, and he's got a bottle of whiskey in his hand.
Oh shit! I love it.
He should try to make the bad guy suck it, but then he's like, "I'm not gay. No, don't do that. Don't do that." He just punches the guy repeatedly. I feel like if we were writing DC films, they would all be billion-dollar hits with 99% critical reactions on Rotten Tomatoes. We would sell $1 trillion in merchandise per film. Jesus Christ himself would open up the heavens and be like, "Guys, good job." Like, we get every accolade ever.
You're saved. You're good. Don't worry. You don't do anything else. You're awesome.
We get fucking EGOT awards. We get an Oscar, an Emmy, a Tony, and a Grammy, all for making a. We get a Grammy.
We're doing a musical.
Yeah, Batman vs Superman the musical.
No, Aquaman the musical.
All underwater and shit.
I talk to the fish.
I taste their shit. Just a retarded ass movie.
The sea is really salty.
Just like my balls.
There is so much cum.
Why do you think they call it a sperm whale? That should be in the Aquaman movie. He's fucking like surfboarding or like surfing on a great white shark. And it's actually the shark from Jaws. It's like,
oh my god!
It looks just as fake too.
Oh my god!
He goes flying past a boat on the shark, and you see the guy. I can't remember his name. Comes out of the boat. "We're gonna need a bigger boat."
Oh, Roy Scheider. They dig him up literally.
Oh my god!
They Grand Moff Tarkin him.
Yeah, they Grand Moff Tarkin him. Just do that.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. Damn it, salsa shark.
I'm ready.
That would be amazing if they did like really shitty CG with him and did that. Oh my god.
No, what they should do is they should pull a Deadpool. They should get someone else to act in the scene, and they just tape a picture of Roy Scheider's face onto it. And try shuffling some of this shit. They just and they dub over it too, and it doesn't sync up at all.
Oh my god, this idea is sounding better and better.
Get Arnold Schwarzenegger to play him.
Listeners, go to our Patreon and donate. Help us out because we'll go make this DC movie with or without Warner Brothers approval. If we get the funding, we'll spend all.
Well, here's the thing. If it's a fan film, it's just a fan film.
Yeah.
We need $500,000, and we can make it happen.
We need enough to get Ben Affleck to be in it.
All right.
Okay.
So
we
need
$3.8 million.
No. We need a bag of Coke and 2 hookers.
And they can be shitty Boston hookers with chowder smelling vaginas. They don't need to be They don't need to be top.
Clam chowder.
Forget Ben Affleck. Let's get Matt Damon to play Batman.
No. Here's what you do. You announce we're going to get Matt Damon, and then Ben Affleck swoops in and takes the role anyways. He's like, no, Matt Damon.
If I had the money for it, I'd try to get Michael Keaton to play Batman again. I'd be like, "Hey, Michael, can you do me this favor? You can be Beetlejuice while you're in the costume, though."
Beetlejuice Batman.
Oh my
God.
God.
Schneider is Michael Keaton.
I put Rob Schneider in this movie.
Rob Schneider as Michael Keaton as Batman? I think that's too much.
Rob Schneider's the Joker.
God.
Make it cuppy.
You can do it!
This would be the shittiest movie.
It can get
You
dumber.
can put a smile on your face!
Yeah, it is probably going to get dumber for sure.
Yeah, listeners, go to Patreon. Patreon.com/worldclassbs and help us make this terrible movie a reality.
Yeah, the more we get, the more weird things we can do. So keep
We
giving
get
us money.
Adam Sandler to play the Riddler.
You know what I'd love to do? is with enough funding, I'd like to go make documentaries about really terrible conventions.
Oh God,
Dude, seriously, if we ever get enough Patreon support, we should go to the Adult Video Expo out in Vegas and film it and like interview porn stars and ask them really awkward questions.
I'm down, dude. I'm fucking down.
And even if we don't get enough funding, we can just go ourselves and ask them the same questions, but finish that with how much to sleep with you. You're laughing. I'm being serious.
Yeah, we would get. Oh no, so am I. Like I'm totally down for this, man. I'm good. I'm good with this idea.
We use
Yeah, like
Patreon money for
I got
prostitution.
I can just fucking we can do it next week, man.
All right, I'm good. I'm gonna. I'll meet you out there, Nick. We'll get shit faced every night. And we'll go to the crappiest strip club I've ever heard of, the Palomino.
Sounds like a plan. Our Instagram's gonna be fucking crazy. That's for goddamn sure.
Dude, speaking of Instagram, I get followed by all these weird foreign dudes that, like, I think they jerk off to my drawings of naked women. Seriously, I'm not being funny. I get all these weird guys that have, like, just one or two photos of them. And then I get these, like, fitness models that follow me, too. So I assume that all these people are just creepy old dudes that want to jerk off.
Well, no, because, like, I run the WCBS one, and I'll get these, there's one asshole who, like, posted this giant thing about the Tom Hardy video he did, and I was just like, really, dude? I don't fucking care.
Yeah, listeners, when you comment on the Instagram, you're talking to Nick. When you're on the YouTube, you're talking to me. And you're in the email, you're talking to me. And when you're on the Facebook, everyone can see it. So if anyone cares, they'll comment. So I make the videos. If you really want to bitch, just bitch in the YouTube comment section so I can just, mute you forever and get on with my life. No, actually, I don't mute anybody. You can just bitch to me. I'll read it and laugh. Maybe. So anyway, this has been episode 74 of World Class Bullshitters, and you guys did something awesome for us. The one thing I asked, please leave questions. So, we got some questions in the comments section that I'm going to read to you guys. You ready?
Yep.
Alright. So these come from Reality's Frank. Who do you want to punch in the dick more? Michael Bay, Peter Jackson, or Hillary Clinton?
Well, no, Peter Jackson, not too much.
Michael Bay.
Yeah, Peter Jackson doesn't fit in this equation. It's like, what did Peter Jackson ever do wrong besides King Kong?
And then those 9 shitty movies about fantasy bullshit.
Somebody in the comments was like, hey, I love your show, but I love Lord of the Rings, man. I didn't know how to politely respond, so I just didn't. I hate Lord of the Rings. It's so shitty. I know Phil likes it, that's fine, but god damn, it's stupid.
They're boring as fuck. They're 9 movies about walking.
It's 9 years worth of your life out that and Harry Potter fucking suck. Anyway, so Phil says Michael Bay. Nick, who do you say?
I'll go Michael Bay as well. That guy needs to just fucking die.
Then let's just line him up and punch him like 20 times in the cock. Hey Phil, didn't you say the new Transformers movie is like 4 hours long or something?
3 hours, 5 minutes, and they announced that they have green-lit the Transformers films through Film 7.
There's your news for this week, guys. Okay.
Well, I know what I'm not going to watch, ever.
Honestly, it would take me at least like $50 or $60 to go see Transformers the last night. Seriously, I wouldn't go see, like, if somebody's like, I'll buy you a ticket, I still wouldn't go. I need to make a profit. Like, I hate those movies so much, it's not even funny. They're terrible.
Yeah, and I mean, I just don't care anymore. I just don't fucking care.
Did I tell you guys about the kid I ran into at the book sale?
No.
All right. Well, okay. So Half Price Bookstore has a yearly clearance special. It's at the same convention hall that Horror Hound is at, Nick. So I was there a couple weeks ago, and this like 13-year-old boy starts talking to me. He's like, well, he's not talking to me. He's talking to me. He's like, I'm looking for Transformers comics, Dad. Calm down or something. This kid was kind of like socially awkward, so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So I see a Transformers book, and I'm like, hey, buddy, here's what you're looking for, Transformers, right? He goes, oh my God, thank you. So for the next hour, he just kept talking to me about how great the Transformers are. And I felt like I was in Clerks 2, because all he kept going on is like, it's the greatest franchise ever. The toys are really good. This, that, and the other. And like all these dudes roughly my age were like looking at me, and they're like, that kid's so full of shit. But I felt bad for him, so I just humored him the entire time. And then, don't ask me how he got on it, but he asked me to describe the Alien films to him because he said he wasn't allowed to watch them because his parents said they were too scary for him. So I stood there at a book sale trying to look at cheap comic books, and I explained the plot of Alien and Aliens to this kid. And I even went to Alien Resurrection. I did the first 4 films. Like, I went into great detail. Like, so the first one, they're in space on this ship, and there's one alien, and it's killing all the people. Then in the second one, they're on a planet full of aliens, and there's the Space Marines, and it's the best one. Then there's a third one where Sigourney Weaver's in jail, and she dies at the end. And then there's like the fourth one, she's a clone, and you can see her boobs and something else. And he's just like, I gotta see these movies. They sound like the greatest thing ever. I'm like, I looked at him dead and I said, kid, Back to the Future is the greatest movie ever made, but Aliens is pretty goddamn good. And he's like, I'm gonna watch these as soon as I turn 18. I'm like, fuck, why is a kid talking to me? I didn't censor myself once. I said every word I could think of, so I guess I shouldn't feel too bad. Should I feel bad?
No, because you just gave him a tip on how to to watch good shit. That's fine. You probably changed his life forever for the better.
And I also went into great detail describing Predator to him and how it's one of the best action films ever made.
Yes.
I think he got like an action movie boner from listening to the awesomeness.
Well, I mean, and yeah, I think Predator 1 came out in the 80s. Did 2 come out in the 90s?
Yeah, either 90. It had to be 90 or 91 because Predator was 87.
Okay.
Okay, so another question from Reality's Frank. If you could remake one MCU movie, which one would it be, and what would you do differently? I would remake Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
And I would make it not suck.
Yeah, I'd actually have the Avengers show up and help them a little bit at the end, or at least have them some next guy be like, "Yo, did you need our help?" And he's like, "Yeah, I need to find this guy because nobody else can." Like, use your planetary satellite system and tell me where the fuck he is. Like, I would have him call in a favor or something, you know?
Phil?
I'd remake Iron Man 2. I think
and what would you do differently?
Whiplash deserved a much better go at it. I mean, from what I've read, Whiplash is a pretty decent character, and the way he was portrayed in this film was just garbage.
Yeah, and I mean.
Yeah, I didn't care for Mickey Rourke in that role.
I mean, I know he's like revered in Hollywood and stuff like that, but like I just don't like. He doesn't have the look I like, and he's like, you can interchange him with fucking anybody. You know, he's just, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the guy.
He was terrible in The Expendables.
I was just saying, in this film, he seemed like he was just there for a paycheck.
Yeah.
Well, it was during the whole Mickey Rourke, the wrestler era, where he was like hot shit.
Yeah, for like 6 months.
Hey, man, that's why you sign up for these big roles during your hot period. So if after it's mellowed out, you just keep showing up.
True. But yeah, I mean, I'm just not a fan of him. Everyone's like, oh, he's amazing. He's like, his face is all fucking cut up, man. He looks like shit.
You know what?
I liked the wrestler, but that was it.
You know what role he would be great in? If they did a movie about Dog the Bounty Hunter. He looks like Dog.
Chapman?
Yeah, he looks like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Wait, no. He was in a fucking movie with Keira Knightley where he was a bounty hunter.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No. Yeah,
Oh, was that Domino?
Yeah, that's Domino. Yeah.
Okay. I never saw Domino.
I refused to watch it because it looked stupid.
It's no big fucking deal.
Let's see, every character that she plays is a whiny little cunt, and I don't care for it.
Actually, yeah.
Including Queen Amidala.
But I don't have anything against Dog the Bounty Hunter. I think he's a cool guy. I watch that shit all the time.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, he's just kind of like... I watched the show a couple of times. I was like, you can't do... Like, this has to be fake. There's no way this guy is serious. This whole team is like... This whole team looks like they came out of a fucking trailer park in Florida. Like, it's fucking bad.
His wife has giant boobs.
They came out of the trailer park in Hawaii.
Oh, shit. No wonder they're so fucking tan.
His wife's got
spray on, bro.
Jeff said it. His wife's got huge boobs, and his daughter is hot, and they've got shitloads of money. So
what you're telling me is I need to marry into that family.
Either that or become a bounty hunter and get on TV.
I would call myself I would legally change my name to Boba Fett if I was going to become a bounty hunter.
Dude, that'd be amazing.
And I would wear a fucking backpack with a jet on it.
And you can have a child and become Django.
And then he'll get his head cut off in front of me, and I'll go crazy.
No.
And your biggest rival will be Obi-Wan.
Well, Phil, you have a beard, so you're going to become Obi-Wan. Don't cut my kid's head off, though.
If you struck me down, I will become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
And I will shit down your throat.
Well, damn.
All right, here's another question from Frank. If you could hang out with any celebrity, who would you choose, and what would you talk about?
Oh man, that's easy. That's fucking easy.
Who?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
And what would you talk about? How much Bill Nye sucks?
I mean, I would probably ask him a bunch of space questions to just get my mind blown. Like, that would be about it. Just be like, all right, what is this? What is this? What is this? And you tell me everything. I'm like, oh my god, reality's not really reality. I don't exist. Oh fuck.
Phil?
Come back to me. I have no idea. You go first.
I would hang out with Christina Hendricks and spend 12 hours asking her to show me her boobs. Show me your tits.
Come on, show me your tits. Come on, show me your tits. Show me your tits. Come on.
Okay, I would try to be slick about it at first by getting her really drunk. Like, oh, oops, they popped out. Let me help you put that back in. And then it would just continually get more and more, like, not aggressive is the word, but I would just repeat it quickly. Show me boobs, just for 12 hours till the point where the words would lose all meaning. Or I would hang out with The Rock.
And eventually she would be like, fine, shut the fuck up, here.
And I would die a happy man because I got to see a huge pair of milky white tits. They're so big.
They are quite...
How long until she has to show them on camera to remain relevant?
I mean, she's kind of fading now. I mean, she did do that movie, what is it, Fist Fight, with Ice Cube and dude from Always Sunny.
Day.
Yeah, so I mean, like, she was, and even then, she was like a side character. She was like the French teacher or something. So, like, she didn't have a big role, and it wasn't very meaningful. So, I mean, it's gonna happen soon, very soon.
She's always got a big role. Fucking chest, god damn.
Like, if she's gonna do some like fucking art house films, gonna be like, you know, Christina Hendricks gets naked and like butt fucked in this French film.
Why don't they just cast her and her husband to make, like, you know how there's movies with real insertion shots?
Yeah.
Her husband's the guy from fucking Super Troopers.
Yeah.
If I gotta see his dick to see her tits, I'm gonna say I'm okay with that, because for as retarded as that guy is, he's like Rob Schneider, but like the Kmart version.
Oh my
Isn't it if Rob Schneider and Gilbert Gottfried had a kid?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, he's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I would tolerate seeing his testicles to look at her giant tits. But I need like a 20-to-1 ratio. For every 1 second I see his balls, I need to see 20 seconds of her tits.
That's entirely acceptable.
Now, if Dustin was here, he would want to look at his balls 20 seconds and look at her tits for like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, because he hates boobs and loves cock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, this comes from Kendo Slice. This is a great question. How do you guys rank the Indiana Jones films from best to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Damn.
Well, Kendo, I'm gonna say, I guess I'm gonna give you my original rating, not my revised. Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and that's all that exists.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Raiders of the Lost Ark. No shit. What? I need to look up the fucking names, and I've forgotten.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
No, there's what's the first one?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and then
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade. Okay, it goes in reverse of the order of release. That's how mine go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Temple of
Phil?
Doom, Raiders, Last Crusade.
It's funny how everyone seems to either say they like Raiders or Last Crusade, but I've always been a Temple of Doom guy because it's got the best action, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was introduced to the series by Last Crusade. Like that's like I saw it as a kid in the theaters, and that's how I knew about Indiana Jones. And once again, Mom was like, "There are two others." I'm like, "What? Where are they? They're at the video store. Let's go get them right now."
Well, dude, my dad back in the day, before he died, had a ton of videotapes, and in his collection was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So I used to I owned it. We would watch that movie a bunch, and then one day I read the back of the box, and I went, "Wait, there's more movies?" Because I would watch the movie, and I'd be like, "Where's the giant ball at?" Because I knew there was a scene based on from what I saw in Muppet Babies that there was a giant boulder that chased Indiana Jones. So I'd watch Temple of Doom like religiously. Like, did I miss it? Did I fall asleep? Did I look away? So I would get to the point where I'd watch the tape, and I wouldn't even look away from the TV. I'd just stare right at the fucking TV, and I was like, "There's no ball. There's no giant ball." So then my grandma took me out one day, and dumb story, but she bought me a Han Solo blaster, and I said to Grandma, I was like, "Grandma, is there any way I can take this back and get Indiana Jones on tape?" It was like the same price. They were both like $14.99. She goes, "Yeah, honey, no problem." So I took back the Han Solo blaster, got Raiders of the Lost Ark on tape, and then I rented The Last Crusade, and I never returned it. Same video store that I took Beverly Hills Cop 2 from.
God.
I love to steal Paramount Pictures.
Well, they make such movies. I mean, you got to.
Yeah. Okay. This comes from Tyro Apache. Do you guys remember a 90s cartoon called Exo Squad?
I gotta look.
I looked it up. I do remember these. I remember the toys too. I don't know if I've watched the show, but I definitely was aware of it.
No.
I have a question for you, Mr. Tyro Apache. Do you remember a show called Botmaster? Yeah, Botsmaster. Is it Botmaster or Botsmaster? Either way, look up Botmaster and tell me if you remember that show, Mr. Tyro Apache, because I loved that show. That was a lot.
Nope, I don't remember. I do not remember the show at all. No, nothing.
Okay, we got some more questions. Let's see. This one comes from Brian Lape. What is your favorite cereal and why? The 1993 Spider-Man cereal was my favorite cereal of all time. And I'm not joking. Why was it my favorite?
No. You said that like a bottle of fucking wine. It's like the fucking 93 vintage of Spider-Man. It was fruity and nutty and had a flavor that lingered on the tongue.
Yes, with a nice Sal Buscema drawn box. But no, it was basically Spider-Man shaped marshmallows with like sweet rice checks. So there was no like, you remember like when you get a bowl of Lucky Charms, it's like 60% bullshit, and then every once in a while you get marshmallows.
Yeah.
This cereal was all sugar and all good, and I would kill to go back in time and get some. Also, while I'm back in time, I'd probably invest in Amazon stock.
And Apple. And Microsoft.
And Apple and Google. All those. Because you got to understand, Apple and Microsoft would already exist, so I don't know what I'd be doing. But if I went back and I invested $10,000 in Google and $10,000 in Amazon, I would be like a billionaire.
Oh yeah, entirely.
This podcast would be taking place on the fucking moon. I'd do dumb shit.
It's like, fuck you, Elon Musk, I'm already here.
So do you guys have a favorite cereal?
Honeycomb. I cannot.
I remember those.
I cannot have a box near me. It'll just get fucking eaten, all of it.
Like, you know, now I'm gonna fuck with you. Every time I come to visit you, I'm bringing you a box of honeycombs.
Yeah, and you'll see me pull a fucking Howard Hughes of just me being in the corner naked, just eating it. That's all.
That's the idea.
Oh god.
Wait till you go to New Orleans next year, Nick. Every morning you wake up, there's going to be a brand new box of honeycombs laying on your face.
Oh god! Wait, no. Can I opt out and get like a woman to lay on my face? Can I get that, please?
Nope. That's too expensive.
Nope. Yeah, honeycombs are like $3.99 a box. I cannot. I could, but I'm not going to buy you a hooker.
Okay, that's fine.
Every day.
That's fine. I can deal with that.
Yeah. Maybe a one-time afternoon hooker, like Patty the daytime hooker.
You could buy your own
That's
hooker.
about it.
But that's no fun, though. I mean, I like it kind of gifted to me. You know, like I like.
I'm gonna get Dan a hooker when he turns 30.
Get him a gift card, Jeff. Here's $25 towards a hooker. You just swipe it for ass.
It's just a fucking Visa card. Okay, this is a fun one. What celebrity would you like to most impregnate?
Christina Hendricks.
Phil?
Damn, that's a hard one.
I'm gonna go with Alexandra Daddario because she's young and hot, and even if she like gets baby weight, she's still gonna look awesome. So
I'm gonna go with Sarah
Nice.
Underwood.
the Playboy girl,
Yeah.
you just got a trailer park mom, dude. That is, you just picked white trash.
Yep.
I'm okay with it. She's got money.
But she's gonna be shopping at Walmart soon. Like you picked. Oh,
Go for it.
that's like picking Britney Spears. That's just trash.
Yeah, I've really never been a fan of like her. She's like, I was like, oh okay, she's kind of cute. And then like that was it. Like, she's okay.
Here's an odd question from Brian Late. This is the second time he's asked this week about the other Brian that was on the show, Gentleman Brian.
Yeah.
He's dead. Move on.
Yes, he died.
We killed him. So.
Yeah. No, Brian Late, he's never coming back. There's no animosity. He's still my friend. He's never coming back to the show. He doesn't listen to the show. No, so don't worry.
His own beard strangled him.
Yeah, he choked on his own bush. Joel, on the other hand, works on Thursdays, and he's saving to buy a house, so he can't really be on the show ever. So,
And he's also gay.
Yeah, he's not forgotten. Wine, beer, or liquor? I say all three.
I say all three in my mouth right now.
That's what she said.
All right, Nick, this is one for you. You get to answer it first.
Okay.
Which franchise should get an Ed Wood style reboot?
Oh shit.
The DCEU.
No, I'm not that mad at them. Star Wars. Star Wars should get an Ed Wood style reboot.
I love it.
This way people can appreciate the fucking old ones and be like, these were good. What the fuck are these? Why is there string and sparklers?
How about Avatar, where they just paint tall people? They go to Africa and they get really tall Ethiopians, and they just paint them blue and dub their voices.
God, that'd be fun too.
What would you?
Not in my house.
They also like what's his name? Kimei Matumbo.
Yeah, something like that. Not in my house.
Not in my house. No alien. No aliens. No.
The whole movie, instead of like trying to steal a box of cereal, every time that the Earth Marines come to Pandora, he just smacks them. Not in my woods, and that's just the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could glue some fucking googly eyes on a lion or whatever and make it an alien. It's fine.
You shave it.
You look at me. I am the captain.
You shave its mane or whatever. It's fine. It'll grow back.
what you do is you super glue a dildo to its head, and you call it like a space unicorn.
Oh my god! A sparkly dildo.
Yeah. And speaking of sparkler, you put a sparkler in the tip of it, and you light it, and it's like that's the effect. It's like something out of Blade Runner.
Tommy, why does that lion have a penis on his head?
It's not a lion with a penis. It's a unicorn from Zaxxar 9. Shut the fuck up.
That's no move.
Let's see. Do we have any more good questions or comments? Joseph Dooley said his dad has the VHS Star Wars box set, and when he dies, it'll be his. Well, Joseph, if you'd like, find our Facebook page, and I can send you a link to a remastered 35mm digital print, and you can watch it all the time. And you don't have to worry about your dad. He can stay alive, and you can have your own copy. Well, this comes from Matt Allen. Looks like I finally found one thing to disagree with you guys on. Oh, Lord of the Rings. We already talked about him earlier. Matt Allen, you're still cool in my book. Oggs for president. You get a shout-out just because. And so does Nathan Simmons just because. Oh, Bonesaw McGraw. I keep clicking your guys' videos and keep liking them more and more.
Well, good. We got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, we have like 220 videos, so continue to watch them.
More where that fucking came from.
The funny thing is, I get a lot of comments that are like, I just found your guys' channel. I love it so much. I'm like, go back and listen to all the shit and tell me if you still love us. Oh God, Kendo Slice, even though he's a good patron, he wants to torture us. He wants us to play a game of Fuck, Marry, Kill. Leslie Jones, Melissa McCarthy, and Amy Schumer.
Oh God.
Leslie Jones. She's the fat black chick from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I'll kill her. No, I'm not. No.
Yeah, she's dying in my world too.
Yeah,
No. I'm gonna kill Amy Schumer.
Apparently, Phil likes to dip in the chocolate.
Well, Amy Schumer needs to die, and I feel that the world karma will pay me back.
Oh no, it's happening really slowly to her, and that's a thing. That's a thing is a worse death than a quick one. So her career is slowly dying, and you know it's gonna fucking happen. It's gonna happen. Give it time.
I guess I'll give Leslie Jones a pity fuck and marry Melissa McCarthy because she's got money.
I'm marrying Melissa McCarthy because she's the only one left.
But you could slowly poison her over time, so you know.
or I could just fuck her in the ass and kill her that way. We could back her up with so much shit, that it clogs her intestines. She dies from sepsis. Even though that's when you're fucking.
But then you'd have to actually touch her.
Yeah, but we're talking Amy Schumer, who admittedly says her vagina smells like a barnyard animal. Like, I've never wanted to fuck a Shetland pony, so I'm not gonna, take pleasure in it.
That's
Leslie Jones is creepy looking.
That's Amy Schumer's only funny joke because it's true.
I'm still waiting. If I ever see her in public, I'm gonna tell her I can smell her vagina from here.
Dude, I'm waiting for like fucking Fappening 3. Amy Schumer's pictures like fucking get posted to the internet.
No, Jeff,
I will not look.
When you walk past her, you just make animal noises. Boo, bitch!
I definitely smell a pork product of some kind.
Does it look like a pork cookie, motherfucker?
So the Red Hood said, I can see Curtis getting gangbanged by 3 cocks, to which Kendo Slice responds, I think that's what you get at the $1,000 Patreon level. That is true.
It's a double secret Patreon tier that we have.
Double secret Patreon. I love Animal Crossing.
I'm glad you got. Yeah,
I'd be willing to drop it down to the $100 limit. Like if you donate $100 a month, we will get a video of Curtis being gangbanged by 3 black men. Like
what are we
14-inch minimum.
3,500 subscribers.
We're at like 3,200. That's
All right.
possible, though.
Get us to 4,000, and we will have somebody prison rape Curtis Linenfield.
Hell, if it happens this week, it might be one of us. Like, Dion will graduate from giving hand jobs to raping people.
That's the $1,000 Patreon level.
That's what you get. Dion raping.
You pay $1,000, you get raped by Dion Green, family abortionist.
He'll even take your
The
baby.
best part is he can give you the abortion right there on the spot.
By abortion, I mean stab you.
He'll fucking rape you in the ass and then shove you down the steps.
Oh,
This
God.
also comes from the Red Hood. He wants me to do a GoldenEye drunk commentary.
Oh my God.
I might do a sober GoldenEye commentary. I fucking love that movie so much.
I feel like a drunk one would be fucking epic. It would be pretty fucking awesome.
Fine, it'll happen this year at some point. Oh, now this comes from Jahan919. By the way, Jahan919, if you're a regular listener, we were aware of the joke. He or she says that Captain Phasma plays a character called Brienne on Game of Thrones. The Mountain is another character. We know. We were just taking the piss and shitting on Game of Thrones and Gwendolyn Christie and some big white guy. But we're not dumb. We were willfully ignorant, if you will. Okay, James Roa. Last few years saw the remake of films and games jump fourfold. However, it seems both film companies and gaming corporations are scared to invest in new intellectual properties. Where do they go from here?
I mean,
I don't think it's a... Oh, go ahead, Nick, sorry.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. If they make a new game and they lose money, then they have to either get absorbed by a bigger company or they die. If they remake a game or re-release it, re-release a game in HD version or whatever, that's guaranteed money. So it's like, what do you want?
I don't think it's more of a factor of them being afraid of it. I think it's more of a factor of smart business decision.
Well, I mean, it is them being afraid and it is them being safe. But it's like, have you made enough money off of Call of Duty fucking 23? Can you make something crazy and make money off of it? That's the question.
Right.
The answer is no.
Yeah,
like,
and I mean, if you want, things like that, then I would suggest checking out like independent games. Go on Steam and look at them and buy them, or try them out and see if you like that stuff, and give those guys a try.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Maybe you could follow our Twitch channel and see some of those be played, right, Nick?
Yes. I will really try to play Friday the 13th this week at some point, because I tried. I was going to try to stream it this last week, but there have been too many problems with the games, and trying to get into a game is taking like upwards of 20 minutes.
Ugh.
So now it's gone down to about 10 or 12, so it's not that bad. So I might think about streaming. But if I do, it'll be something that will be... The link will be put up all over all of our social media, and you'll have hours and hours, beforehand. It won't just be like, all right, I'm doing it in an hour. No, it'll be like the beginning of the day, and it'll be later in the day where I do stream. So,
what are you streaming?
Friday the 13th, the game.
Oh, okay.
The game, the movie?
The game, the movie.
All right, this will be our final comment because it's fucking awesome, and it comes from a long-time listener. Bryce Dealman says, "This Curtis fag is just a shitty Dustin ripoff. You lost your 263rd subscriber. Goodbye to you. I'm moving to Screen Junkies." And then our good friend Liquid Metal Pro comes up and says, "Screen Junkies would take a dick to the face because they're cucks. Curtis would do it because he loves looking at them."
This is true.
Well
I'm
done.
gonna give that a heart and the other one a heart. And I wanted to read Bryce Dealman's YouTube profile description. "I'm just a young man trying to shoot for the stars and be big." And there's a picture of Tobey Maguire looking at Keith David. It's Sly Cooper. I think this guy's a troll who's the greatest troll of all time because he's my Facebook friend and he posts like really weird photos of like a guy at McDonald's. but the face is covered.
Okay.
And he also has videos of, like, there's a video that says Adam Sandler dies, and there's a gun being pointed at Adam Sandler's head. And here's my personal favorite because it's so weird. Spider-Man Homecoming trailer leaked, and there's just a circle around Spider-Man's dick. So if you're a listener, go check out this channel, because this guy is fucking hilarious for all the right reasons. So, this has been episode 74 of World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click that stupid gray bell so you know when all of our videos go live, and head on over to incarnate-studios.com, pick up an official World Class Bullshitters t-shirt. But if you really want to do the channel some good, go over to Patreon. You know, we have a ton of shit. Last week's episode, at the very beginning, we tell about the Patreon tiers. I'll tell you about them real quick again. There's $1, you get a special thank you. There's a $5 tier where you get a special thank you, and you get to suggest, I believe, a topic of the show. Then the $10, you get a digital poster. On top of that, the $15, we add another topic and give you a print poster. The $20, we do all that, plus some more stuff. And then the final $25 tier, which people actually joined first, so that really blew me away. You get all this great shit and a World Class Bullshitters t-shirt. And by the way, listeners that have already subscribed, or excuse me, already follow us on Patreon, I'm going to start uploading a couple of t-shirt ideas for the Patreon shirt, so you can tell me what you like. Basically, it's going to say, I gave my fucking money to World Class Bullshitters, and then underneath it, it's going to say, because something. So I got about 10 different scenarios. One of them is because Curtis couldn't stop looking at dicks. So you guys can pick a shirt topic you like, and if you, Kendo Slice, your word holds the most weight right now, you and Justin Beck, and let me know. We'll get all that shit to you. But we'll be in contact with you guys personally this coming week. Because I'm new to Patreon, so I got to figure out how to do all this shit.
Give us some goddamn money!
Yeah, help us keep the lights on and go do shit. I don't know. Just check it out. It's cool. Help us out. Because YouTube is being a fucking cock. They demonetized my Roger Moore James Bond memorial.
What?
Because they said it's not advertiser friendly.
What?
It's not what friendly?
Advertiser friendly.
You were, the man died, and you were trying to give, say some, kind words. What the fuck?
There was nothing bad in the video. There was nothing copywritten. There was not. It's bullshit. So it's probably some dickhead that doesn't like our channel that complained to YouTube or some shit like that.
Probably.
If you're out there and listening, go fuck yourself. And if it's not you, thanks for watching World Class Bullshitters. We'll be back next week with another great video. Keep your comments, your topics, your questions coming, because, we may just next week take some of your suggestions at hand and create a whole episode crafted around that. And if you're a patron, you get to suggest a topic each week, so get those coming too, patrons. I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
And I've been your friendly neighborhood Samoan saying, spay and neuter your cats and dogs.
And I am the Dr. Phil Seitz. Don't forget to bust a nut.
I never forget to do that.